Police brutality is when a police officer acts with excessive force, using more force than is necessary. This is a violation of a person's rights. It is generally beyond the force a reasonable officer would use under the circumstances. Only a minimum amount of force is needed to handle most situations. This is against the laws within the police force and is breaking the 5th and 14th Amendment.
The Fifth Amendment protects the right to grand jury indictment, no double jeopardy, freedom from self-incrimination, and due process of law. The 14th Amendment protects the right to be free from discrimination and states, to have due process of law, and to have equal protection under the law.
One in 3 civilians who are victims of police brutality are African American. On average, every 7 hours, a police officer takes an American life. 1 in 4 civilians who are killed by police officers are unarmed.
First question, do you think police brutality exists in the world today?
Does police brutality exist? Yes.
I would say yes, given you hear in the news.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I believe it still exists.
Yes, to a certain extent.
Does police brutality exist? Yes. And is that the police have an extremely difficult job. Not everyone wakes up in the morning realizing that they're going to work with the potential to die.
It's about, police being too brutal, being unjust towards individuals. So I think it's definitely an issue. I believe sometimes it may be misinterpreted, although I do believe that there is such thing as police brutality, and there are good and bad cops.
So, in answer to police brutality, I would say that most of our police do an outstanding job. But as happens in society, those few that actually create police brutality are the ones that get the press. It's always a negative thing.
Do you think it's gotten better, worse, or stayed the same over the years?
I don't know that I can answer that question accurately. I would say, having lived through the 60s and 70s where you saw protests that were broken up by the police and even the National Guard, that was a tense period of time. And I think we're in a similar situation with our police being exposed to so much social media and everything. It's a very similar situation now, but I don't think there's any more or less police brutality now than there was 10 years ago.
Throughout the years, I think it's definitely gotten better, especially all the attention that's been given and all the reform that's been happening, such as cameras. I think it lessens the likelihood. I think just lately it's been blown out of proportion, and the way it's interpreted, like I said, it's interpreted in a bad way. Or not that it is a good thing, but just I think people underestimate and they don't, realize what the laws are and what officers can and can't do.
I actually think it's getting kind of worse with kids like my age. So, I'm seeing it happen.
Ready? And final question, have you experienced police brutality, and how so?
I have experienced myself personally having been pulled over by the police, and in a confrontational situation, I challenged a police officer, and it was a bad move.
Has police brutality affected you in any way, either personally or non-personally?
Well, it hasn't affected me personally, but it's always sad and bad to see someone getting hurt when they shouldn't.
Which is our next question. Have you seen, how has it affected you? Has it happened to you, or has it happened to the people you've seen?
I have gotten pulled over and gotten put in the back of a police car before, actually, on the hood, pockets empty, stripped me down, sat me on the curb and everything. Yeah, they do a lot of mean things.
Brutality has not affected me in any way because I follow simple instructions that police officers give me, and I cooperate with the officers, and it all ends well because the officers don't have to hassle or don't have to deal with anybody that's being mischievous or anything like that.
Choose peace, stop violence.
A map of U.S. police misconduct.
Hands up.
don't shoot.
I can't breathe. No more death by killer cops. Life is priceless. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. We are all the same. We need to be hand in hand and fight against this hate. Everyone deserves to go home to their families. Blue lives matter, black lives matter, all lives matter. Hands up, guns down, listen, don't resist, love, don't shoot.